Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, how have you guys been? I hope you've been staying beautiful. Today's episode is one very spontaneous one, and I thought that it would be nice to give you guys leverage to ask me questions, and then I just give my own opinion about certain topics, right? So this is what I did. I had put on my WhatsApp. If you had the opportunity to hear me speak for 10 minutes, what would you want me to say? What would you like to listen to? And then I got different questions. So these questions will be getting answers to them on today's episode. If you are one of those people who had dropped this question, thank you. All right, let's get right into it. The first question I have here says, your glow plug. I want to know so I can tap into it. First off, thank you for taking note of that. Well. If you've listened to my previous episode, I'm not big on skin routine or yada stuff. I only have good cream to use, body lotion, and I take my baths. I sleep well, I eat well. I try as much as possible to stay happy. So no secret routine. It's just, the glow is from God. It's from above. Amen. All right. So we're going to have the next question. It gets serious as we go. All right. So this next question says, I am an event decorator. I want to add tech to it. Something like 3D rendering to my work, more realistic. Do you think it is okay? I have unknown fears. I want to scale big by going for upgrade. I am just having fears that would people patronize me or would people know the worth of it? A lot of thoughts coming through my mind. I have lots of crazy. I understand. And I can point out here that there's just, too many fears. If you keep dwelling on your fears, you end up not doing anything at all. So the first thing is to get out of it. Just get out of your fears. It's okay to worry. Would it work? Would it not work? But beyond all of that, personally, I think what you have looks good already. Adding 3D to, adding a bit of tech to event decoration, that's mind-blowing. That's taking it a step further. A lot of people just do it the conventional way, use fabrics and all that. But you are thinking how to, integrate tech into what is already existing, and I think that's a big one. So my advice to you is look for someone who is already doing what you want to do, collaborate with them, go as far as serving them, volunteer for events, just see what they do, how they do it. That way you get connected to the knowledge on how it should go. You will be lucky to even have access to suppliers, like people, producers who could give you what you need, right? So serve your way into having more knowledge. So volunteer, go out, collaborate, work with other creative, and that way you will do better. You'll be able to infuse it into what you're already doing, and that way you're going to charge more. You're not going to charge just normal petty money anymore. Now you're charging big. Why? Because there's something distinct about you. That's your unique selling points. Do you understand? All right. Now to the third question. We have the third question here. Are you ready for this one? Okay, so this question says, how do you balance everything? School, ministry, hangout time, content creation. You are versatile and also consistent. Thank you so much. That's a good. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. So thank you for that. This answer would bring me to my next to the next question that someone had sent. So someone had asked me to talk about discipline, right? Now, how do I balance everything? I don't know. I don't know how I do it, but I just do it. First, I have been able to, identify my strengths. And one of my strengths is multitasking. I'm able to do a couple of things together and still do them excellently. So, what's your strength? It might be different from mine. I have figured out mine and I utilize it, right? So something else that helps me to manage all these things efficiently is creating systems. Always put systems and structures to your life. If you don't have systems around your life, you will just keep doing things, with vibes. I don't do mine with vibes, right? One of the reasons why I picked a particular day for uploading videos on YouTube, that is a structure. So now I have a group of people who hold me accountable, who will look forward to what I have to put out on Friday. Now, I'm a woman of my word. You want to be disciplined, you want to show up, you want to be accountable, right? So this is what I do. I put systems around my life, also with my spiritual life. When you wake up in the morning, you spend 1 hour just having devotion, no phones, system, right? During the course of the week, you go for programs, systems. At your job place, you take maybe 1 hour every week just doing just taking a course on LinkedIn Learning or taking a course on Google just to get better. System. So put structures in your life that actually help you do better. So for me, I've been able to put systems in place, structures in place. What do I have to do? Also prioritize what should come first, what can come later, right? So I think that's just it, and that has helped me so far, right? System, structure, prioritize, discover your strengths, and also leverage on your strengths. All right, now to the next one. Someone has asked me to talk about discipline, and I just want to say that the distance, the gap between what you want to become and where you are right now is discipline. That's in that distance. Your daily routine, what you give your heart to, what you give your ears to, you have to guard it. You have to be highly disciplined with it. So discipline is saying, I may be tired, but I have to finish reading this book. I may be tired, but I have to finish working on this project. Discipline is saying, I'm going to show up to that place punctual. I want to be known as someone who gets there, at the right time. So in all phase, there was no specific to what kind of discipline she wanted me to talk about. But in every area of your life, discipline is something you cannot play down on. Whether time management, whether in your devotion to God, you have to be disciplined. Because the truth is, you won't always be motivated. You won't always be interested. You won't always be hyperactive to do all the stuff that you said you were going to do, right? But if you are disciplined enough, self-discipline, I said I'm going to do this, then I got to do it. It is for me. I have to do it. There's something funny about how our lives can get sometimes. I used to do this before. I show up for people. Like, if I tell you I'm going to be there, I'll be there, right? Then I start slacking in my own personal life. I say I'm going to do something for myself and end up not doing it for myself. And then one day I sat myself down and I'm like, bruh, you can't keep showing up for everybody, but when it comes to your own, you are highly indisciplined. And I think this is what a lot of us suffer from. So when it comes to you, self-discipline is very, very important. You have to keep to your word. You have to show up, right? So in your devotion to God, you will have to be what? Disciplined. You just have to be disciplined. It's not every time that we feel like praying. It's not every time that we feel like studying our Bible. It is not every time. It's not every time that I feel like praying. It's not every time I feel like studying my Bible. It's not even every time I feel like going to church. Yes. You won't always be motivated. You won't always be like, yes, I have to do it. But then you must set structures around your life. You must set systems around your life that keeps you accountable, that keeps you disciplined. You just have to be disciplined. Someone who is not disciplined can barely achieve anything, right? Okay, so to my next question. I hope that helps. Next question, let's see. If you were to start a business from scratch, a business particularly, and you literally don't have capital, Please don't laugh. I laughed. All you literally got are ideas and passion. How will you go about it, mama? Like, tell me maybe the first step you would take. Okay, this is a very good question, and sorry for the laugh, but I'll laugh again. The reason why I'm laughing is you need to understand that whether you have capital or not, you can still launch that business. Life has moved away from when you need to have it all figured out. There's something called drop shipping. Drop shipping is that business model where you do not need inventory. You need little or no capital to get started. Do you get? Okay, so let me take a question from Hop Down. If I was to start a business from scratch, the first thing, I'm going to take two things in consideration. My first thing I'll take in consideration is the audience whom I currently have access to. What do they need? That's the first question. The minute I'm able to answer that question, then I can now go ahead to thinking about how to source for the product or the service that they need. So the mistake we always make is, oh, my friend is running hair business, she's doing pretty well, then I have to start my hair business because, you know, that's what is in vogue right now. It is not the business that is trending that you have to start. It is what the people need, because nobody pays for what they do not need or want. Right? So people will bring money out of their pockets when they see value in exchange for it. So you have to bring value, and the value has to be what they need. So my first question, or my first step, will be to find out, what do these people need? So the truth is this: you always have audience, whether you like it or not. Wherever people are gathered, that's where, you know, that's an audience. Do a survey, ask questions, you know, what do you guys need? Or better still, do an observation. What is that thing that they can easily get access to that you can bring to them? Do you understand? So that's the question. What do they need? Because you can have the best product, but if people do not need that product, they're not going to buy from you. So why not bring what they need? Why not bring what they'll be willing to pay for? Right? So that would be the first thing that I'm going to do. And if I find out that people do not need hair, then I won't sell hair. I would rather sell what they need. So that's what I would do if I have to build a business from scratch. Now, a bonus to this question. As a graduate of the College of Business and MSc holder, let me say this. You see, value is very important. As an entrepreneur or as someone who is going into business, you always have to think as a problem solver. There's so many problems. People have, you know, so many things that they need help with. They need solutions. So that is it. You gotta be thinking, what problem am I solving? That's the best way to go into business. And that's the best way to thrive as an entrepreneur. All right? Thank you. All right. That question was so beautiful. I enjoyed it. It brought that business side of me out. Okay, so the next question here says love, friendship, and relationship. You want me to talk about love, friendship, and relationship? I had about 3 episodes of friendship series on my YouTube channel here, and I think you should go back and listen to it because it will bless you greatly. Love, relationship, you'll find it all there. Love is a beautiful thing, you know. I don't know if I have anything to say about that one, but love is just beautiful. Allow yourself to be loved. And make sure you also love and give back in return, right? Relationship, you know, the quality of your relationship matters. It is not in the plenty friends that we have, but it is in the few that we have that stand solid and their quality, right? Because friends will always rub off on you. Relationship imprints on you. It drops, you know, it drops ideologies, it drops perspectives on you, it drops something on you. And you just have to be careful that whoever you're rolling with is, you know, is good. You know, there's this man of God, Apostle Joshua Sermon, will say that if you have 4 fools as friends, you know who the fifth fool is. So your association matters. Yeah, it matters a lot, right? So you want to be in the company of, solid people, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question. And this one says I should talk about financial growth. And then I had a lot of comments about the stock market. Everybody keeps saying, talk about stock market. How do we buy shares? How do we sell shares? How do we yada, 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 yada. I'm going to do a detailed video about the stock market and how to buy shares, company shares, how to start as a beginner, right? In a different video. So look forward to part 2 of this chit chat. But then for the last question for today in this particular episode, the question says, how can one position ourselves for a scholarship abroad? How do one position ourselves for a scholarship abroad? So when I saw that question, the first thing that came to mind was, you are not positioning yourself for that. I don't think getting a scholarship is about positioning yourself. If you are working on yourself or building your portfolio to be qualified for scholarship, then that's different. In this case, you look for scholarship because first, it's scholarship and it's highly competitive. Many of the times, the information don't even fly around as much. So you have to be on the lookout for it. You don't just sit down and think it will come meet you. Or somebody's just going to maybe recommend you, or nah, that's not how it works. You have to look for it. Thank God we have Google. Thank God we have social media. We have different platforms where people basically just share updates about scholarships. So you want to follow those pages. You want to turn on your notifications so that when there is any information, you get it firsthand, right? So then back end, you're working on yourself. You're building up yourself. Probably need to get more certification, maybe work experience. Do that back end. Prepare yourself for it so that when you finally get your hands on one, you have everything that they need or require. Right? So position, work on yourself, everything together. But in summary, you look out for scholarships. You look for them. Don't think that will come at you where you are. Yeah, I think that's all of the questions that we have. We have 2 more questions. One had to do with the stock market, and then one other one is deep spiritual question, and I think that we want to do it on a different scale, right? Okay. If you have more questions, the comment section is open to you. Any question at all that you think you would like to hear my opinion about, so please just put it in the comment section and I will try to probably make a video or make a post about it. If you stick to the end of this episode, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, also leave a comment for me. Tell me what you want to hear, and I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye.